Activist is someone who's willing to put themselves on the line. A warrior that's dedicated to love.
This is Fantuzzi. From Woodstock, yes, that's him shimmying on the cover of Newsweek, to Occupy Wall Street, Fantuzzi has dedicated his life to being a global ambassador of joy, bringing love and inspiration to tribal and musical gatherings around the world.
16 years old, I didn't even finish school, but I knew what I was supposed to do. Start traveling and planting little seeds of joy and love wherever I can.
The summer of 1967, or the Summer of Love, saw the Haight-Ashbury district of San Francisco become the capital of free love and communal living. The rise of the flower child saw its dawn break when over 100,000 people congregated at Golden Gate Park in question of the social spheres of war and consumerism. The so-called hippie movement was infectiously redefining American life, spreading across most metropolitan areas, and even into Canada and Europe. The original Woodstock Festival of 1969 brought over 400,000 hippies and legendary musicians, such as the Grateful Dead and Jimi Hendrix, to upstate New York, establishing the hippie movement as one of legitimate socio-cultural standing.
You know, some people call me the original hippie. I cringe when I hear that. But I was there, right there in the center of it, in the summer of love, and the year after and the years after, in the Haight-Ashbury scene and in the village. Back in the 60s, the youth was looking for something deeper than the status quo. Yoga, meditation, music, the arts, and all these things that helped us open up to love and be badass love warriors and help change the world. It's still cooking right now.
One of the most potently peaceful communities that finds Fantuzzi's music and presence at its heart is with the Rainbow family. Many say that rainbow gatherings were the unofficial continuation of Woodstock, with many of the same good vibes and motives of unity. Fantuzzi tells of his experience at the first Rainbow Gathering in 1972, meeting Native American Hopi elder Grandfather David, who shared the prophecy of the warrior of the rainbow.
When all the air is getting polluted and the waters are being polluted and the trees are being chopped down and things don't look too good for the human race, that there would be a new race born of all the races, of all the colors, and all the places. And these people would be known as warriors of the rainbow.
This eclectic community has gathered in a national forest each summer since, building an enormous tens of thousands man tent village, sharing meals, smiles, and wisdom, and praying for peace on the planet. I had the privilege of meeting Fantuzzi at this year's gathering in Oregon, where at his camp, called Aloha, during the nighttime fires, he played his original song called Universal Lover.
I love you so. You help me see you in all, to see you in me.
Fantuzzi describes his music as an instrument itself, an expression of joy. It's self-described as mystic Latin reggae Afro-funk, but it varies from song to song. That night, there were marimbas, djembes, guitars, ukuleles, all jamming to the simple melody. It was beautiful to hear the collective harmonies and rhythmic layering flow so naturally from those gathered with me around the fire. It reminded me a lot of Sunday morning worship at church, or perhaps more like what church is supposed to be. The lyrics continue.
Gurus and swamis, teachers are many, but the truth is one. Prophets, religions, Lord, there's so many, but God is one. And
What's so inspiring about this song and Fantuzzi's music is its power and simplicity. The message is love. It's a message for all people of all nations, coming together to share love for each other and for the planet. The music is written exactly so, easy and encouraging for all to sing along, even if they're new or foreign to being a love warrior.
And you think the rainbow gatherings are small, but really in America, we have 20 to 40,000 people show up. And these gatherings are spread all over the world. And if you go to one, at night there's campfires and they're singing my song. And that's my Grammy.
Fantuzzi reveled in the bliss of the hippie counterculture, but he didn't stop there. He continues to recruit love warriors and rainbow family all around the world with his infectiously joyful spirit and timeless, uplifting music.
I want to feel you, Lord, I want to be right by your side. I want to know you, love you. I want to serve you all the time.